Hi everyone, today I have a little reveal for you all. I mentioned in my last video that I did a deck swap with someone on the various tarot swap and tarot and oracle deck trading swapping pages, and I got the Wisdom of the House of Night just the other day. Actually, when I finished filming that video, this arrived. So yeah, I thought I would do a little deck reveal. I have had a chance to look through the deck and read the guidebook, but I thought I would do it on camera so you guys could see my reactions, and it's been a while since I did like a reveal video. So this is the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle cards by P.C Cast and Colette Baron-Reid. The guidebook is kind of like it's 127 pages, and the tone of the guidebook is set as though you are in the story of the Wisdom of the House of Night, a series of books. So I'll just read you a little excerpt from the beginning. So it says, "The story of the Oracle of Nyx. One morning when the mist hung thickly in the air above the ancient castle on the Isle of Skye, the immortal vampire queen," no idea how to pronounce that name, "was unusually restless. She had retired to her sumptuous bedchamber as dawn had peeked its head above the horizon, and at first she entered the realm of dreams easily, as always, ready to surrender to the peace of sweetly waiting blackness." So it's written obviously by P.C Cast, who is the author of the book series, and I'm guessing that Colette Baron-Reid helped out with like the artwork and maybe the layout of the guidebook. Just realized my septum is always crooked. Yeah, and so you kind of have your standard black and white depiction. You have like a little blurb written sort of in the voice of the goddess Nyx, and then you have like what the card, you know, an extended message of what the card is. So, on to the cards. First of all, they're pointy. I don't know if you can see that. So they're not rounded, they are silver gilded, which is amazing. And the backs are really, really cute. I love that. I have that symbol tattooed on me, so naturally I would be drawn to these backs. Yeah, so the first thing that really struck me about this deck that I love is that there is a high priestess representation for all of the elements, and I'll just get those cards. So you've got the High Priestess of Earth, the High Priestess of Water, the High Priestess of Fire, Air, and Spirit. And I love those depictions. I think they're so cool. So I really like that because something to me feels really witchy about that. So even though the guidebook, in my opinion, is maybe catered towards teenagers with the way that it's written, the kind of, well, I love some of the artwork in here, and some of the artwork is not so fantastic, but the kind of messages on the cards themselves, you can really use them without knowing anything about the Wisdom of the House of Night series, and that was a series that I read when I was in my teens anyway, so with kind of no intention of revisiting it, so I'm kind of glad that I don't really need to be super familiar with all the characters, although I'm sure that would add a super extra special layer to this deck. So I'll show you some of my favorite depictions. So this reminds me a lot of the Wisdom of the Oracle kind of artwork, although that's a lot more whimsical and light, and this is obviously darker because it's kind of vampires and that sort of theme. So you've got chaos. You know, you've kind of got really standard, almost like fortune telly cards in this deck. So you've got like complicated, conclusion, so like really straightforward messages. You know, summon, which is really cool, I like that one. Denial, which is like denial from forbidden fruits and like the Garden of Eden. Fragment, I love this card. There's something really ghostly about that. Invisible. Focus, there's an Artemis depiction. Forbidden. So even though it sort of has obviously an underlying, oh I love this one, fulfillment, love those colors, kind of story behind it, I feel like, you see, okay, here's one of the character cards. I don't know who this character is, in brackets it's Cramisha, but the main message is listening. So you can kind of read it without a super in-depth knowledge of the book series, as I was saying, because they do have those keywords there. Look at this. Honesty. I feel like this deck will be, I love this too, Hope, will be really, really great to read with just on like a, and like a really, for me, oh, I love this too, sorry, Richard. For me, this deck is kind of like very spiritual, like tuning into those darker shadow aspects, but also a good deck for, I don't know, a lot of people have, I think Madame Endora, I want to say Endora, but that's not right, those fortune telling cards with those just the symbols and the keywords, and I feel like that's that kind of deck for me, where it just gives really straightforward answers and really like a focused message. Yeah, the fact that it plays off a series of books. Okay, I have to show you this card because I really don't like it, to the point where I'm considering taking it out of the deck, even though the message is great, and normally I don't take cards out of decks. Self-worth. I just think that is so badly done. Like, compared to the rest of the cards that I've shown you guys, this image is just, ugh, yuck. Okay, so then you've got Loyalty. That's obviously another character in the book. You've got Trapped. I'm loving all the dark raven imagery in here. Strength. You've got this glorious autumnal tree. Differences. I love that because it reminds me of Sailor Moon. You know, and like, look at this. Deceit. I love that. You know, compared to like the quality of the rest of the stuff, you just to have like a card like that, which is totally, okay, I'm not super in love with this one either. Understanding. But I kind of like it. Like, I like the messages and the imagery. Playful, that's so cute. I love cats. I love the cat imagery, the raven imagery. You know, compared to that, like, this also isn't my favorite because, like, yeah. But still, that self-worth card has got to be the worst. Oh, and this one I don't dig. I understand the character Zoe because she's like chosen by Nyx in the book series, but like that depiction of her with that obviously just like stuck on bird in the corner, I don't even understand what that is. It's just like real bad Photoshop and hair, and like to me just does not fit in with this deck. So there's like a few cards which I, you know, wouldn't really, I don't really like the look of the artwork, but so far so good. Like, I love this. That's card 50. So it's a 50 card deck, which I didn't say. It's got that kind of photo manipulation artwork, photorealism artwork. The box is pretty like standard and sturdy. The backings are really cute. The gilding is really cute. As you can tell, I'm only not really in love with one or two cards. But I look forward to giving it a go either way. Like, I'll leave those cards in and see if they really, really distract me and disturb me. I'll just take them out. I haven't had to do that with the deck so far, but, you know, if it's really a problem, then I guess I'll just fix it. Yeah, so this was my reveal of the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle by P.C Cast, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!